Here we have the 4 intake towers. I'm on the Arizona side of the border right now, and you can see from looking at it, everywhere you see the bleached rock is how far the water level of Lake Mead has dropped. It's really quite remarkable, but makes me wonder exactly how far down the intake towers go, if they can still take in water. We have here, when the water's all the way up, it comes over, and if the dam got too full, it would overflow this concrete barrier and then into the spillway. So I'll shoot another angle for a little further shot. You can see exactly how far down the water is. This is, I've been here when this is wet, and this is late, very late 2018, and it's dry as a bone. So as you can see, if the dam ever overflows, no risk of that in the immediate future, it pours into here, and then gradually, as you can see, would flow down here. And if that ever overflowed, you can see just in the, there's a drain there, but just beyond that is a tunnel leading down. And if you watch the construction video, you know that we're probably standing on the tunnels deep underground where the river ran around when they were constructing the dam. I'm not sure I can get a better angle than this. So this is the bottom of the spillway on the Arizona side, and you can see the massive tunnel. They are prepared for the deluge here, and with the water levels the way they are, I think they need it. Okay, so we were able to cross the road, and this is the entrance to the tunnel. I've subsequently found out that this spillway does indeed go down into one of the early construction tunnels. So those tunnels that they were built, you saw them in the video being built. In addition, this tunnel has only ever been used once. In 1983, Lake Mead reached capacity. Other than that, they've never been needed. So that's kind of a neat fact. Anyway, so we're coming up on about 100 years, 90 years of Lake Mead. 80, let's put it at 85 years. I think it was completed in 1933. So in those 85 years, look at this massive construction they made, needed once. Kind of neat. So you can see from here, we're still on the Arizona side, but now you can see up the river, up the canyon. I mean, it's a very deep canyon, so there's probably still a lot of water here, but nowhere near as much as there should be.
This is Lake Mead.
So this is about halfway across the dam. You can see the Nevada side intake towers. And, oh, maybe I'm not halfway because I seem to be much closer to the Arizona side. And an amazing view up the river and up the canyon. Hard to imagine what this looked like before they built this. Anyway, I'm going to walk back on the other side and shoot it down river, so you'll see the difference. And I'm shooting. We have Hoover Dam from the Nevada side, and we are now on the not Lake Mead side. You can see from here just how big this dam is. That's the power station that you can see down at the bottom, and we can't see where the water re-enters the river from this particular angle. Just to give you an idea, the dam at its base is just a little bit thinner than it is tall. So that is amazing in itself when you think about it. So from here we have a better view of the power station, and you can, I'm not sure if this video is quality enough for you to see. I'll zoom in. You can see the turbulence caused by the water re-entering the river after coming out of the power station. And you can see downriver as the river heads towards the Grand Canyon. Kind of neat. It's a bit difficult to see, but if you look right there, there's something like, there's like a turquoise garbage can right on it. That's where the spillway would enter back out into the river on the Nevada side, and you can just barely see it. See the concrete jutting out of the rock right there? Right there? That is where the Arizona side of the spillway would come back into the river. And nobody's seen that happen since 1983, and who knows if it'll ever happen again if weather keeps going the way it's going. People over there, or for perspective, just to give you an idea, you can see where the canyon wall meets the dam. if you'll remember from the video, it was built up against the canyon wall on both sides to further brace the dam. Although that turned out to be completely unnecessary. Okay, and that's the bottom there. You can see, look at how small that car is, just so you can get an idea. I believe that's an 800-foot drop, but I'd have to check the numbers again to be sure. So, all the way across. And this might give you a better idea of the perspective. There's the far canyon wall. Just look at the drop. Down, 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 power station, river, little tiny trucks. And those are big trucks, those are crew cabs. So it is an incredible structure. So this is as close as I can get to the center of the dam. It's all blocked off for tour lineups, and I'm not doing a tour. It's also getting close to sunset, so the sun is just streaming, and I'm trying to shoot without blinding myself or ruining my phone or anything. So I'm going to try the view of the dam from the Arizona side. I'm still on the arch, but if you look down here, you can see where it meets the canyon walls and braces against the canyon walls. And just, again, the sheer height. You can barely see people. There's some people, just for perspective. And then down, 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 down. You can barely see the power station from this angle. Just the natural way of the canyon walls is a little different on this side. So another really amazing part of Hoover Dam that I hadn't focused on before is the power infrastructure. These are the wiring coming up to the Arizona side, and if you look on the Nevada side, look at all the different power lines taking electricity generated from here. Absolutely something I've never seen before this particular trip, because I haven't been here for a long time, and the last time I was here this bridge was not completed. I've now actually crossed this bridge, and they built up the concrete barrier so big that you can't see anything, and that's probably to avoid crashes. But if you look at that, that's a concrete and steel arch bridge. So if you're doing bridge building with Miss Coggins, that's something you might pay attention to, although you can't build with concrete and steel because that would be a little bit much. You can actually climb up there. If you look real close, you may be able to see people walking across it, but I don't think I'm going to have enough light. I've spent too much time on the dam itself, so won't get up there today. Anyway, there you go.